Hi everyone, Patrice Lynn here. I'm a master life and business coach and the founder of the Rise to Success Academy. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, Rise to Success, The Secret Power of Your Brain to Change Your Life. Now that's what I want to talk to you about today, how to rise to success in a crisis. So there's three areas that we're going to cover today. We're going to cover mindset, the power of focus, and how to reframe what's going on in a positive way. First of all, under mindset, what you need to know is that our thoughts are made of chemicals and electricity. That's it. That is what makes a thought in your brain. Now, our thoughts create feelings, and feelings lead to more thoughts, and it becomes a feedback loop. Thoughts, feelings, thoughts, feelings, thoughts, feelings. It's important to know that stressful thoughts and feelings like anger, fear, upset, anxiety actually increase our cortisol levels. So that's the stress hormone, cortisol. I think there's a lot of cortisol going through a lot of people right now. But guess what cortisol does to your body? It actually lowers your IQ, kind of dumbs you down, depresses your immune system, which we do not want when there's a pandemic virus going on, and it wrecks your hormones and your digestion, both of which are very important to manage life well and prevent disease. We actually know that 80% of diseases are proven to be stress related. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it's a virus, cancer, heart disease, stress is going to affect all of these diseases. So we want to keep our stress level down. So your mindset has a direct effect on immunity and being able to fight off a virus or anything else that comes at us. There's an acronym. I've been in the field of personal and professional development 30 years, and I don't know if you've heard of this, many people have, but it's an acronym, FEAR, false expectations appearing real. So a lot of what's happening isn't really just what's going on now. It's the fear of something we expect to happen in the future, which may or may not materialize. Most of the time, the things we're afraid of do not materialize. And I'm hoping that's going to be true right now with the situation we have going on. So that's a little bit about mindset. Two is the power of focus. Now, you get in life what you focus on. So are you focusing on what you want to have happen or what you don't want to have happen? Are your thoughts spiraling down like, oh, if I'm not working now or my business isn't working well, am I going to go bankrupt? Is my bank account going to be nothing? Am I going to lay off people, which I know is happening for people? You have to stay focused on what you want to have happen. This thing came on hard and fast, so let's imagine it's going to recover quickly as well. Our imagination is powerful. As a matter of fact, your brain does not know the difference between what it sees with its eyes in the actual natural world and what you imagine on the image screen in your brain. Yes, that's right. We all have an image screen in our brain, and that's where we see things play out. That's where, when we imagine a positive vision of our business being successful, that's where it happens, is on that image screen. It's a lot like a cell phone screen or computer screen, and we actually have that in our brain. Now, one of the things I like to say to people is the processing ability of your brain is so amazing. It's actually 1 petabyte. I mean, that is beyond gigabytes, terabytes. It's a petabyte. Okay, that's like, I don't know, 1,000 terabytes. It's huge. So many people, I believe, really know more about how to program their cell phone than they do their own brain. So we want to stay focused on the positive outcomes of things working out and turning out in a positive way. We have a lot of control over that, okay? Just like our mindset, we can choose our thoughts, which lead to feelings and create different chemicals, we can get those positive focus going and get the dopamine and the serotonin happening, which are what make us feel better. All right, so that's about a little bit about the power of focus. Now, the third area we want to talk about is how do we reframe what is going on in a positive way? We are in the middle of a crisis. None of us have seen anything like this. And what are we going to do to take advantage of it? Now, it could give us more time with our family, with friends. Kids are home from school. People are being asked to stay together. The elderly or anybody over 65, which I don't think is that old, are supposed to stay home. Well, that means we can have more time together as a family or with friends. And maybe we can even do some projects that we've been putting off because we're too busy. Or we can take this time to be creative, to journal. Journaling how you're feeling is a really important way. Maybe you have a book that you want to work on. Maybe you have a project in your business that you've been putting off, updating some kind of software or getting this or that going in your business. This could be the time to do it. Or what about projects at home? This is a perfect time to do those things that we've been putting off. That's kind of one of the benefits that happens of slowing down. Now, last night I got to go to a home group meeting and be with a bunch of people, a potluck, and it was just fantastic. It really is a time to connect with the people that you love and care about. And that's what we can do because we've slowed down. And that's a positive thing. Now, what about the fact that your body, your mind, and your spirit are all related? So maybe this is a time to draw on your spiritual faith. Now, I know lots of people have lots of different spiritual faiths. I think I've seen a research done recently that says the majority of people in this country do believe in God. So how can you turn to God like we did when the 9/11 crisis happened? Most everybody alive remembers that because it wasn't that long ago. And, people were pouring into the churches. People were coming together. I don't know if you know, but the group Meetup was founded in the midst of the 9/11 crisis. A guy was living in New York City and he saw everybody was very kind of kept to themselves and people didn't really know their neighbors. But when 9/11 happened, everybody started connecting with their neighbors. Are you okay? What's going on? And then they start talking and visiting. Oh, I'm into bowling. You're into bowling too? We should go bowling together. I like to cycle. You like to cycle? Hey, let's do that. And he saw this happening and he said, this is how we should live all the time. So he created meetup.com. For those of you that don't know it, it's fantastic. It's a way that like-minded people can get together. So back at 9/11, a lot of positive things happened. And like I said, people were pouring into churches. Well, now we're being asked to stay away from the church and we're meeting online, but maybe we could meet with smaller groups in people's homes. There's nothing that keeps us from praying and asking God for protection, for speaking promises over our life. In my book, Rise to Success, it stands for repetition, images, sound, and emotion. I'm a big believer in declarations and saying the positive things that you want to have happen. So it's not just the repetition of your thoughts and the images that you see, but the sound, the words that you say are very important. So we can speak and declare positive things. What about this saying? God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. That's what we need right now. We need power. We need love. We need a sound mind, a calm mind to imagine that this is not going to be as terrible as we think it could be, and to speak the positive things over your business, over your family. We can do so many things in the midst of this crisis. So a positive reframe is really what the most successful and happy people do all the time. I mean, if you really study this, you find out that people are the most successful. When something bad happens, they always look for what can they learn? What can be the positive? Heck, I took a course one time called the Yes Course, and they taught us to say, no matter what happened, this was the greatest thing that could ever happen. Now, that's the ultimate in a positive reframe. And yet, that is what really successful people do and happy people do, is always look for the silver lining, always look for the positive thing that can come out of the situation that we're in. So those are some thoughts I have for you today: how to rise to success in a crisis. Mindset, the power of focus, and reframing things in a positive way. Once again, I have a lot more tips in my Rise to Success book. And in April, I'm actually doing a Brain Boss Challenge. It starts April 27th. So you can go to brainbosschallenge.com and learn about that, or even my website, patricelynn.com. I'm so happy to be able to serve everybody in this time, to just wish positive things for people and to bless everybody's life and business, and to just give you some, like, uplifting things to be able to think about in the midst of the crisis. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the opportunity to be of service. Thank you.